What is going on, everyone? Welcome to another video from Featured Tech. In this video, I'm going to be comparing the AirPods Max headphones to the Beats Solo Pros. Let's get started. So let's start with the price, because there's definitely a price gap between these two headphones. So the AirPods Max retails for $549 from Apple and other retailers, and the Beats Solo Pros currently retail for $180, but you can find them a little bit cheaper for about $140 in a refurbished or used condition. But unfortunately for the AirPods Max, because they just came out only a couple weeks ago, it is not available used yet. There are some people that are selling them used, and they're trying to take advantage of the fact that the headphones are not available really anywhere, and the closest shipping date from Apple is February 15th, I believe, last time I checked. So they're taking advantage of that, and scalpers are trying to hike up the price. So even people that are selling it used right now, they're trying to sell it for $650, $700. Next, let's talk about battery life. Now, in that department, believe it or not, the Solo Pros have the upper hand. So for a third of the price, it actually has an advantage over the $550 AirPods Max. And the reason for that is the Solo Pros feature 22 hours with active noise cancellation turned on and 40 hours without active noise cancellation. Meanwhile, the AirPods Max only offer 20 hours of battery life with active noise cancellation turned on. So that is a bit of a disappointment on the fact that you're spending so much money for these AirPods Max headphones, and you're really not getting an exceptional battery life or anything unique. So when it comes to battery life, the advantage goes to the Solo Pros because they actually have an additional 2 hours additional battery life over the AirPods Max with the active noise cancellation turned on. Sticking to the battery life of both of these headphones, these both offer quick charge options. So the Solo Pros offer a 10-minute quick charge, which gives you 3 hours of listening time, while the AirPods Max offer you a 5-minute charge, which gives you a 90-minute listening time. So really, it's essentially the same, which again is disappointing if you are spending $550 for a pair of headphones and it's not as competitive as a pair of headphones that's $180. So far the Solo Pros are really stacking well, and they have, again, like I said, the advantage when it comes to battery life. Now I want to talk about comfort. When it comes to comfort, I give the advantage to the AirPods Max. And the reason for that is that they have these over-the-ear ear cups that pretty much hug your ear. And it's right over it, and it helps with the active noise cancellation, which I'm going to talk about later in the video. But it's much more comfortable long-term as far as having the headphones on for hours at a time. And then the other awesome feature that I love about these headphones is the mesh band. The mesh band, while a lot of people are maybe not a fan of it or calling it looks like a taco maybe because of its, curve, I love it. And the reason why is just this mesh piece at the bottom is so much more comfortable than just the plastic piece that just sits on top of your head, and it has a bit of weight to it as well, and you can't really enjoy your listening experience for a long time. So as far as the comfort of these headphones, I give the advantage to the AirPods Max, because I can probably listen to the Beats Solo Pros for about 2 to 3 hours max until I have to take it off. And the headphones is not comfortable when as soon as you take off the headphones, you're like, oh, what a relief. That's not the proper comfort that you should be looking for from a headphone. Meanwhile, with these AirPods Max, I use them to pair them with my TV, and I watch like 2 movies back to back. And I didn't feel that same strain, that same, discomfort that I felt from the Solo Pros. So definitely keep that in mind, because that's a big factor when you're shopping for headphones. Comfort is a big factor when it comes to these things. A feature both of these headphones have in common is the active noise cancellation. Now, the AirPods Max does a significantly better job. And I know you guys are thinking, yes, because it's expensive, it's obviously going to be the better choice. But in reality, I think the Beats Solo Pros would have been in a very competitive stage with these AirPods Max if they had the same over-the-ear design and, so to speak, like structure that you get from the AirPods Max. The issue is that the AirPods Max, the Beats Solo Pros, is the ear cup sits on top of your ear. So any noise cancellation that it's trying to cancel from the outside world, it's not successful because the whole experience is not over your ear, like around your ear. It's really on top of your ear. So it's not canceling the sound as much as it is deadening the sound, and you can still hear the noise from around you. Meanwhile, with the AirPods Max, it really means cancellation in the active noise cancellation, title. It really does cancel the sound, and it does a great job of it. Now let's talk about build quality and design. Now, these headphones, when you wear these on your head, you look like an aviator pilot. So there's no getting around that. And the truth of the matter is that while you do look, like an aviator pilot, it does have a weird shape of it around the ear cups. It's extremely well built. It's super durable. And like I mentioned previously in the video, the mesh quality up here on the headband is just spectacular. It really is. And you really have to put these headphones on your head and try it out for yourself for you to really understand what I'm telling you. Meanwhile, you have the Beats Solo Pros, which is more plasticky. It's a lot more flimsy than you would get with the AirPods Max. But again, that comes with a price difference and a gap that is gigantic. I mean, you can really buy 3 of these Solo Pros for the price of one AirPods Max. So yes, the AirPods Max is better, but you're paying 3 times the price. A really cool design feature of the AirPods Max is with these headphones, they introduced removable ear cups. So if you remember, or if you had a Solo 3 or Solo Pros, thankfully this hasn't happened to my Solo Pros yet, but over time, throughout the ownership of your Beats Solos, whether it's the Pros or 3s, the leather deteriorates, and over time it just gets worn, and even the adhesive begins to get removed and the leather begins to come out of place. So what Apple has done, they have listened to our complaints, and what they've done is they created with these headphones a removable ear cup. And what that means is it's a magnetic ear cup where you can just simply remove it, and there you go. So if for some reason anything happens to this ear cup, you can simply get a new pair, which of course Apple is conveniently selling them for $70, which is a lot of money. Honestly, that's a little much for a pair of ear cups, but again, it is Apple. They always overcharge on their products. But when it comes to ear cups and replacements, I believe that in a few months' time, there's going to be replicated ones being sold on Amazon for 1/3 of the price. So I really wouldn't worry about that, because by the time you begin to have issues with your ear cups on the AirPods Max, you can always get a way cheaper pair from Amazon. It doesn't have to be Apple unless you want it to be. The final note I want to add about the design between these two is that unlike the Beats Solo Pro, the AirPods Max doesn't stain easily at all. It actually doesn't get dirty by the standard of the Solo Pros. The Solo Pros are fingerprint, oily finger magnet, and it sucks. It absolutely sucks because you have to constantly wipe it and clean it, especially if you have like OCD like me, where I'm obsessed with keeping my, products clean and neat. It's really annoying. So with the AirPods Max, I don't see that is an issue, and I've been using it for the last 2 weeks now. So if you're that a person that is making another determination whether the AirPods Max is worth it for you, keep that in mind. You know, of course, it shouldn't be the whole deciding factor for you to spend almost $600 on a pair of headphones, but keep in mind that it does not get as dirty, as quickly as the Beats Solo Pros and the Solo 3s. Finally, let's talk about sound quality. Now, the Beats Solo Pros is actually very competitive with the AirPods Max, but at the end of the day, the sound quality of the AirPods Max just blows most of the other headphones out of the water. Now, the reason I say most other headphones and not just specifically this one is because I only got a chance to test it with the Beats Solo Pros and the Solo 3s. Those are the 3 headphones I have at the moment, so I can't speak about other headphones such as the Sony XM4 or the Bose 700s. So as far as, a competitive sound between the 2 headphones, of course, I'm going to give the advantage to the AirPods Max, but in my opinion, I believe the Solo Pros are a really good competitor for the AirPods Max. They do offer a good amount of bass. Now, the bass, again, on the AirPods Max is stronger. Now, the reason why I'm also giving the AirPods Max a bigger advantage is because it is actually compatible with Dolby Atmos. Now, if you don't know what that is, I highly suggest that if you have the AirPods Max already, or if you have a headphone that is able to, use Dolby Atmos sound, I highly suggest you go type in on YouTube Dolby Atmos and you take a look at some of the sample audio so you can really hear it for yourself. But Dolby Atmos really drives the sound quality for the AirPods Max to a whole new level, and therefore I'm going to be giving the AirPods Max, of course, the advantage when it comes to sound, but not by much. So I would give the Solo Pros a 7 out of 10, and the AirPods Max about an 8.5 or 9 out of 10. So it's not that far behind, and just keep in mind all the things I mentioned. There's a considerable price difference between these 2 headphones. So when you're out shopping, taking a look at different headphones, definitely, while my comparison is only for the AirPods Max versus the Solo Pros, go compare them to other headphones, because there's already, as far as even battery life, there's better choices out there. If that's what you care about, AirPods Max is not really for you. So again, keep that in mind if you are shopping for a brand new pair of headphones. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I will try my best to answer them. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching my video.